Welcome back to another video. Psych evaluation number 2, week 37. It is now 1:52, 45 seconds, Monday morning. I didn't have enough time to record this on Sunday. Pretty busy day. I had, went out grocery shopping and whatnot. Spent most of the day with family. We had fun. Something we don't regularly get to do, so it was very hot mostly, or for the most part I should say. As you can tell, I've cleaned up a little bit, so that's new. I had a lot of emotions this week. Some good, some bad. Mostly bad, but do what you can with what you got, right? I haven't been able to sleep for a couple of days. It's been a hard week. Reacted emotionally. Not quite as much, though. There's one situation in particular which I did. I wish I hadn't. I've apologized for it, so at least I recognize my mistake. I was let go from my job this week. Why? According to this, for no reason. This is the official document that they make you sign. Wednesday. As you can imagine, I was very distraught. I mean, here I thought I was doing good, I was improving. Then again, it's just the way things are in this country, so I don't want to blame it all on them. I mean, I'm sure they had a valid reason which they couldn't put on a piece of paper, but you know, at least I got a severance package, something to keep me going for a couple of days, and yeah. But that wasn't the worst part. I mean, who likes getting fired, right? Who's that going to be good news to in today's day and age? The worst part was when I was leaving the building. When I was leaving the building, I went to a local store, Minisu, you might have heard of it. Picked up my son a toy, Captain America doll. It's about 14 inches tall. And, you know, here I am. I don't have very much money left after bills and whatnot. And I reacted emotionally. I wanted to, you know, even though I was going to be home more often to spend time with him, I didn't want him to, you know, he's only 10 months old, but still, I felt like I didn't want him knowing. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I got him the doll and walked out, and here's the part where it gets dark for me. As I'm walking, towards the bus, which is, I have to go down the street, take a right, and there was this Venezuelan family who's they're homeless, they've always been on that corner. I've always seen them through there. I mean, the bus that we take here to go downtown, I've always seen them there. They get on the bus, they beg for money. And the whole time that I was working at the office, I always saw them there. So as I'm walking past this family, they are, the wife is crying, the baby girl, she could be, I don't know, maybe a year and a half. She's crying, they're both crying. The guy is you can tell the guy is if you would see this family on TV with Sarah McLachlan music, you would think, these guys need some help. These guys need some help. So, but in that moment, with everything that was going on, with me losing my job and all the stress that all these other things that I had going on, and I just bought a toy and I'd spent pretty much all this money on a toy that I didn't have, and I'm walking past this family and I didn't even look at their way, I didn't even react, I just stepped right over him. I'm like, what's wrong with me? And the worst part is that it took me a block and a half for me to turn around and help this family out. I felt terrible. So again, reaching into my pocket, I grabbed a 10,000 pesos, which is about, I don't know, maybe $3, $4, $5, whatever it is. I didn't even think about it. I didn't even say anything to the guy. I was just like, you know what, go get some food right there at the restaurant on the corner, because I know for like 7,000 pesos they can get a pretty big bowl of pasta. It was like an Italian thing, whatever. I felt so bad for them, because I was walking right past them, and she's crying, the baby girl is crying, and I didn't even acknowledge them. I didn't even look at them. I didn't say I don't have any, or next time, or anything like that, which was what I would typically do, is helping them out. It somewhat alleviated my personal situation that I had going on. Although I felt terrible in the moment that I stopped and turned around, and I helped him out, and I gave him direction, and at least for that moment, I was a beacon of light, or a lighthouse, or whatever you want to be for that particular moment, for that family. And that made me feel good. And on Thursday, the very next day, I found out I'm going to be a dad for the second time. And in all my sadness and confusion and God knows what the hell am I going to do, here comes this news, and I'm so distraught that I can't even allow myself to let my significant other enjoy the moment without ruining it. Immediately, I started freaking out. I didn't know what I was going to do. And what I mean, what I didn't know what I was going to do is, I mean, for my long-term goals, like the stuff that I have written down, as I mentioned before, like what I have in my goals for the next, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, joining the military and going back to the U.S. and migrating my family and all these things. And it's like, my son's almost 11 months old and I haven't even been able to register him. He doesn't have social, he doesn't have a passport. I didn't know what to do. And as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I reacted emotionally and said some things that I didn't mean, and my wife said some things that she didn't mean, and we ended up having a pretty bad Thursday. I mean, happy and sad at the same time, excited and distraught also. But I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up. We've since made up. Friday or Saturday was Love and Friendship Day, which is kind of like the St. Valentine's, which is another one of the holidays here in this country that's celebrated. So I figured, what as good a time as ever, to make things up. So I got her some flowers. I don't have a vase or a vase, whatever you want to call it. So I just took one of the water bottles from my son's water formula, and I just put it in there. So as you can see, it's some of her favorite colors: purple, blues, greens, yellows. She liked it, and it smells good. So my mother also moved away. That's a whole separate video. I don't even want to talk about that. She came in person. She spent the afternoon with us, so I got her some flowers also. I got her a sunflower, which is her favorite. I got her some cake. So we made up yesterday, and we're good. I cooked for her. I got her to relax a little bit. We went out yesterday. It's officially Monday. It's 2:06. We went out yesterday to the grocery store. I used the last little bit of money that I had to get some vegetables and things. I recorded a video. I was going to do a double upload, but neither this phone has an editing program and the old iPhone that I have isn't able to record audio, so the video is not being uploaded. I'm just going to re-record it at some other point, and that was a disappointment for the day. The lowest point was trying to figure out for 2.5 hours how I could get the video from here to there, from there to here, how to edit it. Because I recorded the intro separately, and it was just a big mess. So I was like, you know what, screw it. I'm just gonna re-record it and post it at a later date. How do I feel now? To tell you the truth, I'm so done. I'm so done with this week. I can't wait to start this week anew. I have interview tomorrow, so I am trying to be excited for that. Stay tuned. Hopefully I'll have some good news within the next couple of days. I'm going to be trimming the fat for my life. I'm going to be cutting down on some expenses this week, especially for the long term, since, you know, with this second baby, I kind of have to put things into overdrive. So, the computer that I used to record a lot of the videos that I was doing was from the company that let me go. So there's not going to be any gameplays anytime soon. I'll try to post more live vlogs, kind of just me speaking to you guys, which is what I originally intended to do, but it just kind of ended up being the video game thing. So I'm excited for that too. I'm excited for you guys as well, for you to get to see my surroundings and some of the things that I get to experience on an everyday basis. I mean, like I said, I'm not wealthy by any means. I was just let go from my job. I kind of depend on these jobs here in this country for sustenance, and so does my family. So I will try to make at least one video tomorrow to put on this channel, and then I'll let everybody else on the main channel that, you know, to come over here and check those out. The computer that we own, or that we have, as I mentioned in some of those gameplays, it was in the shop, and the person who we went through to get it into the shop and fix it is not in town. So until I'm able to get my hands on that laptop again, that's a whole another situation that I'd rather not talk about, because it's just, if you don't like people playing with your time, if you don't like people playing with your things and holding your things hostage just because they want to, or they believe that they're in the right, leave a like. You know, shout out to those people out there that think that, you know, that's the only way to get things done. Honestly, I just want that whole situation with the laptop over with, so I can just get back to uploading and editing videos, or at least learn how to edit videos, because I don't have an editing software. So, but I'm focused. Week 37, 2021, September 20th. New week, new me, new job, possibly. Wish me luck on that one. Again, this video is not going to have any comments. It's just me putting my thoughts out there, how I feel, some of the things that I've experienced, and you know, gonna be a dad, so I'm excited for that. I had to cancel my tattoo removal appointment because situations. Obviously, I just explained. If you didn't hear right, you know, rewind a little bit, rewatch that part. I've got it rescheduled for the 29th. I don't believe I'll be able to make it, but it's scheduled. If it's written, then that means I want it. My goal to continue to save money still stands. My goal to return to the US still stands. My goal to join the military still stands. My goal to migrate my family still stands. Nothing changes. Nothing will change. This is what I want, and I'm gonna make it happen. How, I don't know, but these situations they've been piling up for years. I mean, there's a couple of things that we haven't talked about. We'll talk about in the future, but hopefully we can, nail this interview tomorrow, and hopefully by this time next Sunday I'll have some better news. So let's pray for some good news next week. Again, I feel refreshed. I feel like the bad was canceled by the good. I mean, I'm gonna be a dad, for crying out loud. Again. So, I'm excited. I'm happy. I have an interview tomorrow. Hopefully this week I can get back to doing videos and stuff like that. So I think that's pretty much gonna be it for today, you guys. I will see you next Sunday.